Yo, what is up, guys? Forever here, and we have some patch notes for the hotfix that went live today. If you haven't updated your console or your Steam, go ahead and do so now. Get this hotfix in because it's adding a bunch of goodies, it's fixing a bunch of things, and putting some things in that everybody wants. Let's go ahead and jump into the list, and we'll go over what's going on. First of all, we're getting content improvements, so we're going to be able to get matchmaking for hard mode, which is great because everybody's been complaining about not having matchmaking for hard mode. And now, the other big thing is they're removing the sequential type immunity spears from named monsters. So, if you ever remember fighting a boss and the spears just kept spawning over and over when the boss was immune, and you had to blow up those spears, you had to kill those spears in the order they spawned. And if you didn't, it would just reset over and over and over and over and over until you finally got that right, what's it called, the right order. And so, they decided to go ahead and take that out of rotation because, yeah. It says right here, the dev team acknowledges community's concerns about monotonous patterns of named monsters and strives to enhance them. In particular, we noted that a pattern involving breaking spheres in a specific order isn't appropriate for public matchmaking and decided to remove it immediately. So being unable to communicate, which honestly, people, it's 2024. We all have microphones. We all have headsets. Please turn on your squad chat. Press start options. Go into your menu, whatever it is, and go down to the button that says party chat and press over, and you'll go into squad chat. I wish more people knew this. Some people don't know this at all, but that'll let you be able to communicate with your public parties. Anyway, as new patterns develop, we will soon update the patterns of existing named monsters one by one. As named monsters frequently appear in hard difficulty and special operations, we'll continue working towards diversifying their patterns. Increase the quality of rare basic materials from encrypted vaults threefold. That is amazing, first of all, especially because I just dropped that Enzo video saying you should farm Enzo because, it'll increase the amount of items you get from doing the encrypted vaults with Enzo, and now we're going to get an extra boost on top of that for using Enzo and this new boost of the encrypted vaults that they just added. The elite vulgus that appear in fields and institutional operations will now drop them too. Okay, that's cool too. So they're increasing the spawn of the items dropping from elite vulgus mobs in the field and invitation operations. So it's not just going to be from the encrypted vaults because for whatever people are having problems getting them from encrypted vaults and they're complaining that the catalysts and the activators are too hard to farm. So the director's comment says the most efficient way to farm the basic materials is still through encrypted vaults, which is good for me. Like, I don't really care about that. I have Enzo, like I said. Enzo's pretty easy to farm compared to some of the other descendants I've been trying to farm, like Isimo. I don't know, Isimo, but I think that's his name. I see why people have problems pronouncing my name now. But for those who prefer hunting monsters, we've updated field missions and infiltration operations to drop these materials too. The teams will closely monitor overall farming status and do our best to create a joyful environment for all our descendants. Oh, sorry about that. Big yawn. Reduce the time from 2 90 seconds to 2 60-second occupations for the Kingston Vulgus data transmitter hacking mission. I don't remember that mission at all. That was so long ago. I haven't even been back to Kingston for anything else, to be honest, except for the defense mission. But I don't even go really back to Kingston. Improve the Battle Pass supply shop button's visibility by redesigning in the format of the bonus shop banner. Okay, cool. So we did get a new Battle Pass supply shop that lets you get a bunch of free skins and stuff that you can purchase with the currency, I guess you get from the Battle Pass. So yeah, there's that. We have a new Beam Me Up, or rather an abduction spawn thing that we just got. So I picked that up immediately. You can get season limited skins for free from the Battle Pass supply shop. Complete preseason challenges and claim your special skins. Updated library window from closing when the map is open and closed through the acquisition. So this was a big bug that was pissing me off because when you opened your library, well, let's call it library because I use it for everything. But when you go like checking for like where things drop, and you go through the acquisition pop-up thing and you try to go back, it won't let you close the window. It'll let you sit on the map, and you have to actually move your cursor to click on the map to move it to the next thing so you can actually reactivate your buttons again. It's a really weird bug, but I'm glad they fixed that. Improve the duration of party invitation messages to make them easier to confirm and accept. Improve the duration of Descendant instructors' lines. Many descendants have commented that the Descendant instructors dialogue contains many useful game tips. Currently, it's not possible to revisit previous dialogues. We're planning to fix this. We'll continue to make improvements so that descendants can easily access the information they require. Move the guide NPC you meet after first arriving in Albion closer. Honestly, there was something that's bugging me about this. Is like you don't get much explanation towards what's what when it comes to say things like your fusion, your tech. Like you get to see it, like you see it like across skills, and you'll start to understand it later on once you get more into the game. But as a newer player, like I think there should be some type of glossary um, for newer players so they can actually understand what they're looking at when it comes to seeing these new key phrases for things that we have in game, and especially when it comes to some of these skills like for weapons and stuff, because it doesn't even tell us what they do. They just kind of tell us that it's this buff, and that's pretty much it. And we don't really get any more information about that other than that, and that's kind of annoying to be honest. Anyway, let's keep on going. Optimization improvements. PC, there's a bunch of PC optimization things to make it to where PC players have a better time playing the game. Um, we have bug fixes. Fix an issue where displaying unused items in the library. I don't know about that one. Descendants, they fixed the issue where Descendants could not get out of the DNBO when the issue was below 100% from the module settings. I think I almost experienced that today because I took off my superconductor. Or rather, I switched my preset and I didn't have a superconductor. I almost killed myself. That was a really weird situation. Fix the issue where Kyle would occasionally go up in the air when using superconductivity thrusters during repulsion dash. Fix the issue where Isomo could not get back up while using Arcade Explosion and being infected with automatic. Dang, I wish I could have had him to experience this, but yeah, I'm still farming him. Yeah, let's not even get into that. Modules fix an issue where the increase of firearm attack per stack in sharp precision shot module was summed instead of multiplied, so that's gonna be dealing a lot more damage now. Equipment fix an issue where weapons attribute did not apply damage over 100,000. Ooh, fix an issue where higher values were displaced in as ultimate gold option, despite the reactor's cooldown and skill cost being preferable with lower values. Okay, I see what that was. Okay, fix an issue where lower values was displayed on ultimate gold options, weapon, same thing. Fix an issue where Amorphous Pattern 118 and Shape Stabilizer Form 8 were not dropping from the Frozen Valley Volga Strategic Outpost. And I think I was actually farming for that, and I couldn't get it, and I was like, yeah, I give up. And I just moved on. Fix an issue where Elite Vogus in the White Knight Gulch Upper Hatchery Battlefield missions did not drop rewards. I feel like this was another one I was looking at too, and I was like, yeah, I'm not getting it after like an hour, so like I'm just out. This is an issue where monster spawning interrupted some of the Volga strategic outposts. Instance dungeon fixed an issue where Vesper's resource box were dropped from the Echo. Okay, so yeah, this is just a bunch of small fixes that some people probably noticed, some people probably didn't notice because a lot of people for some reason still aren't in the end game of hard mode. People are still having trouble with yeah. So miscellaneous fix. So French. I guess for the French dialogue, there's a bunch of miscellaneous fixes as well. And so there's the additional director's comment. This is the main thing I wanted to get to because they're tackling a big thing that people are doing right now. They're spreading a lot of misinformation, and they're creating they're doom posting essentially, and they're causing problems for people that are playing the game. It's come to our attention the community is worried about possible nerfs for Tamer and Glaze Infinite magazine builds. The meta is very strong, but since it's within the scope of the dev team has planned, there is no immediate plans to do so. So they're not nerfing the Tamer, they're not nerfing Glaze Infinite magazine build. So stop crying about that. In addition, some weapons are more powerful than Tamer, and there are a variety of character builds that rival Glaze Infinite magazine. So please fully enjoy them. We've been looking forward to seeing Descendants use creative builds to take down powerful Colossi swiftly. So we're quite delighted to see this in action now. We are well aware that many Descendants begin farming in earnest. Wait, that as many Descendants begin farming in earnest, various discussions are taking place regarding drop rates. So this is one thing I was talking about. There are some I was going to call them dissidents, but there are some people who are referring to Nexon's previous history with a case they had for one of the other games. regarding drop rates, and we don't have any full information on what the case was. People are just spreading information, and it's coming out as misinformation because nobody knows what's actually going on or what actually happened. However, there's an issue where people are believing that the drop rates aren't what they are, and it's because they have this previous issue. So they're saying that the drop rates aren't what they are. They're just in this right here. There is no variable drop rate system, so the drop rates aren't just because they say it's 20% is not 0.20%. It's 20% flat as it says on the screen. We're using fixed drop rates displayed in game. The dev team has reviewed the acquisition rates across all servers and confirmed that they're dropping according to the rates displayed. You have to remember, rates do not stack upon your failure. So you have a 20% chance of getting something when it says 20% chance. That does not mean when you go back in, you're going to get a higher chance to get it. Like, oh, you had a 20% chance and you failed, now you're going to have a 40% chance. No, it's going to say 20%. That's it. Unless you use one of the boosters that lets you up your rate of getting something. That's the only way that's going to increase. There's no way currently to make that increase aside from that. So it's just the drop rate. You just have bad luck. That's all it is, to be honest. I feel the same way. I know you're sitting there questioning, like, man, are we sure this thing is actually in game? Are we sure this is actually dropping? Are we sure the drop rates are actually right? It's just the name of the game. Is how these games work. You just push your luck, grind for hours, and hope for the best. A lot of you aren't gonna like that, and sorry, but that's how the game works. We're currently working on various measures to ensure the community can trust the dev team, such as disclosing item drops for each content, and we also prepare ways to improve the farming experience. So they're trying to work on a way to improve the farming experience. First, we'll continue to communicate transparently and honestly, and they've been doing so far. Like, I don't understand why people, like, I understand, like, you see something bad like that about their past, and you may call into question. However, they've been forthright and forthcoming and outright with everything so far. They've been listening to the community. They've fixed so many things that the community has asked for. They've changed things that the community has asked for. They've already said they're not going to nerf things that people are used to, things that people want. So honestly, there's no reason to not trust them to say what they're doing currently. They say that there's nothing shady going on with the drop rates. Believe it, grind it, do your best until something happens. Hopefully, you get your drop. That's all I can tell you because that's all I've been doing. I got my SMO blueprint after what is it? Actually, I did like a few of the void fusion reactors, and then I got it randomly when a person started a void fusion reactor. And I was like, let me go ahead and jump up and help them out. And I randomly got it at that point. Wasn't even planning on joining them, to be honest. I was about to leave the map, but it happened. So it's just luck of the draw. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That's pretty much it for this video. That's it for the patch notes. We'll go ahead and cover patch notes in the future as well. But thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's been forever. Peace out.